What's up, peeps? So you've killed Zul, congratulations, and now you've unlocked the next step of progression through the system of forging, or more specifically, the Hellforge. So the Hellforge first appears in the ancient catacombs when you've cleared Rupture 125. Two forges will appear, the Hellforge and the Celestial Forge. I'll show you later how it actually looks like and how it works, but they first appear there, but you can't use them yet because you need to kill Zul to get the resource to actually use them. So I think it's just to let players know that there is something waiting for them if they progress further. So Zul is a boss, starts at 150. Yes, Zul starts at 150. You can kill him, and he will give you three weapon racks, right? And they have a chance to contain a Forger Dust. Yeah, this Forger Dust. So this dust will allow you to basically sacrifice an armor piece, a gear piece, and then add those stats to another gear piece. So this is an example on how the forge item will look like after you've done a couple of forges. So I'm around like about 100 forges in, so there's about 1,000 dust, right? Mentioned it actually needs 10 dust per forge. So before you start forging, how do you prepare for the forge, right? Kinda need to prepare some gear pieces, and best idea here is that you want to use a gear piece that does not depend on a specific monogram to be a forge item. So very good slots to use is actually the body piece, the arm piece, the gloves, and the pants, because these slots do not have monograms, and you can kind of just keep them there forever, right? The only thing that goes is the item level, and it gives you more stat percent, but your forging item will always win that anyways, right? So these are the kind of items you want to forge on. So once you get these items, you can start forging on them. And these items, I got these from Bridge or Archeon. Some of them from Bridge. I think this one's from Bridge, this one's from Archeon. So that's the best kind of purple gear you can get when you start forging. You want to make sure that it has the stance that you're using. So archery, I'm using archery. Wisdom, I'm using wisdom. And if you want to be best in slot, but it's very hard, RNG is going to work against you, you want your offhand percent. So this has Starblade damage, so if I'm using Starblade, this is like perfect, best in slot. And I can immediately start forging, using this item as my forge base. So let's take a look at how the Hellforge works, more of the specifics by entering Catacombs. So it's right here in Catacombs, you just enter. Of course it's in the secret room, secret section. Get through here. Just a side note, make sure you don't have your elite gear equipped when you're in Catacombs. You might spawn an elite, then might die. So here's the two forges, the Hellforge and the Celestial Forge. So this is the Hellforge here. And you can see it takes 10 Forger Dust to do one forge. So basically this purple part, you put in your purple gear, and this is gonna be your flawless gear, basically yellow or red gear that you put in here. Right, so it can be anything, it can be amulets, it can be bracers, it can be rings, everything except for weapons. Right? Weapons are not allowed. So you can see it right here, place a flawless or unique item with 4 affixes on the top and an epic on the bottom. So epic is purple, flawless is the orange, red, unique is your... Flawless is yellow, unique is the orange, red. Okay, so 4 affixes on the top and an epic on the bottom, and then it will sacrifice the top item and it will add a random affix. So basically, there's 4 stats, right? For example, 4 stats, so it's 1 out of 4 chance to get the stat you want. So there are a few ways to be able to min-max this, and I'll just show you what kind of forge items I've been looking out for. Right, so this is kind of an example of forge items that I have prepared. So prepare them here. You can see there's a range of all of them. You can use all the armors. You know, you don't need these armors when you have purple gear, so this is perfect for forging. You can see there's certain stats you want to look out for. So it depends per player, you know, the kind of thing. It depends on your build as well. Some players think, okay, you want to build this, you want to build that. technically it's up to you what you want to prioritize first, but for me, I'm just going to tell you what I prioritize. So first, when I have access to the Forge the first time, I try to get my lifesteal chance and a bit of bonus unlocked as ASAP. Because I'm playing hardcore as well, having lifesteal chance would give me a huge amount of sustain. Then I also try to aim for elemental and offhand damage. As you can see, the fire and lightning and carnage of fire damage, those are the things I aim for. And when I'm around like maybe 50 forges in, 40 forges in, I'll start thinking about stats. And one very good thing to aim for Season 4 in specifically is the stance crit damage. So it's the archery crit damage. That is one stat that you want to aim for as well because it is a multiplier. Right? So Elemental is very good Forge because when you go to transition to Wisdom, you're going to be lacking Elemental because presumably you've been luck before. In Season 4 you've been luck, then you swap to Wisdom. So that's why you need a lot of Elemental. Right, so that's my kind of flow. Right now, I'm just going for Wisdom and Wisdom. So another thing is that you can look out for maybe at the start, you kind of want a gear piece with all 3 good stats. Like this, like you want fire, archery, crit damage, lightning damage bonus. You want all 3 good stats because at the start, you only have maybe 10 forges, 20 forges, and you want them to count, right? You want them to be, you hit the right thing, so that you can actually have a huge damage boost and you can actually farm more efficiently. Right, so he also has the chance to hit the armor, and of course you don't really want that, so pray to RNGesus, hopefully you don't hit armor on your first few forges. And at my stage currently, I'm just going for 2 stats. So when I see a gear piece with Wisdom bonus and Wisdom, I would immediately just try to get that gear piece as my Forge item. Like you can see here, spear crit damage, I don't need that, but it has 2 wisdom stats. But I try to make sure that they're double rolled. This might be a whole nother video together, but basically you can kind of crit the rolls on your gear. Example, if you like here, now it's fire up damage, and if I go to the main gear, will crit. Okay, it didn't, but basically swap them back and forth. And if it kind of crits, then this wisdom value example will be like 50, 60, basically double of what it is right now. Right, so you can just keep doing this like alter, swap, alter, swap, alter, swap. That's how you get double rolls to get the maximum possible stat for your forge so that you don't waste them depending on the game stage. So that's about forging. And I would just want to talk about like the normal gameplay flow. Right, so first, your first few forges would be like, okay, you did like 200 Elven capitals, right, as your main source of damage, and then using these 200 capitals, you killed all the Zuls that came with the Elven capitals, right? So that will be your first forge. Later on down the line, your next cycle will be basically, okay, I'm going to do my Elven capitals, I'm going to do my Zuls, then I'm going to forge. But before that, what I like to do, because you would submit your resources, you would turn them in to be able to level up your Elven tree, right? And leveling up your Elven tree gives you digging deeper, which allows you to get more resources from your Elven capitals. So what I would like to do first, like example, I have resources right now, say I want to do my Elvens, I'll use my resources right now, prepare gear pieces. So I'll estimate maybe if I'm doing 100 Elvens, right? I can estimate maybe I'll have around 10 to 12 forges available. Enough dust for 10 to 12 forges. So I'll try to get like maybe 12 gear pieces ready. So I'll just do like catacombs. I'll go to Ordrim.
Let's see what
catacombs. Get the gear piece. Then let me just demonstrate, right? So I'll do this. And what I like to do is just I will go here. I'll check. So I'll just check. Get the stats. For me, I'm just looking for wisdom. So if there's wisdom, I'll pause. Right? Okay, this is a bit of a like gamble. This one. Dance crit damage and wisdom. Thing there. Really want elemental anymore. Okay, this is also a gamble. So at a certain point, there is actually a benefit into like gambling your forges to try and quickly get it done, so you can farm more. Farm elephants very quickly. That's what you want. You see, these are the ones I'm keeping, so basically I will lock them with my middle mouse button. Keep them. Disenchant the rest. So you see, that's all I kept, and enchant the rest. Okay, so this, then I would just save these. I'll start forging on, make sure I get double rolls and everything. Then after I get that, used all my resources, got enough, like 10, 12, 15 items ready in my storage, then I will turn in everything. Whatever capitals. Level up my digging deeper. Swap to this tree if you're not already on it. Then I'll do my elvens, basically. My elvens. And then I'll have Zools. Then I'll craft the Zoolies. Do the Zools. Collect all the dust. Once I get the dust, I'll go grab my gear pieces, rich, go into catacombs, take this out, lock it in my inventory because you need to take it out before you enter. I enter catacombs and then go to the Hellforge and I just forge, and hope I don't hit any armor. So that's all about how Forge works, where's Forge. All about Forge, right? Hopefully that's enough. That's good information for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you when I see you.